Hello YouTube, Chester Boring, and welcome to my, pretty much, not the final Arms Change figure, but the final retail release Arms Change figure video. So today we take a look at the AC13 Kamen Gaim Kiwami Arms figure from Kamen Gaim. This is the 13th and final retail release figure in the Arms Change line. So, we got Kamen Gaim Kiwami Arms, Kachidoki arm pieces, which I'll explain why that is. And we got the Hinawa Dai DJju and the Hinawa Dai DJju, the Hinawa Dai DJju in Tanken mode. So, yeah. Let's get right into it. So here's Kamen Gaim Kiwami Arms. And of course, you all know this is basically his final form. So, yeah. So you can see he's kind of a nice, kind of mainly silver figure. And of course, we can start from his head. We got the nice crest going on here. We got the nice rainbow visor, which of course, actually this piece does come off. So, yeah, pretty cool. And of course, we got the nice chest piece, which is actually a sticker inside, underneath a piece of plastic, of clear plastic, I should say, which is supposed to resemble a fruit basket. So we got an orange, a watermelon, grapes, a strawberry, a banana, and a melon. And of course, we got the Sengoku jar, which has the Kachidoki lock seed and the Kiwami lock seed attached and opened. Of course, he does have two lock seed holders, one that holds normal lock seeds and the other one holding energy lock seeds. And of course, he's got this cape here, which some people didn't like, but I mean, I can see the whip. Now, of course, you know, this figure did get some flack because of the silver going on and the cape. But, I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's okay in my opinion. So, yeah. And of course, he does have a piece that comes... Okay. He does have a piece that comes off his shoulders, which we'll get to that later. And, yeah. Okay, so articulation. Hands on the ball joint. Shoulders go out. Arms can rotate around. Bicep swivel, elbow joint, wrist joint, finger joints, waist swivel. Now, the legs are limited because of the armor, the soft plastic armor. The legs can go forward. They can go, well, they can't go back because of the cape. We've got a thigh swivel, knee joint, ankle ball joint. And that's all the articulation you're going to get. So, yeah. Now, he does come with these pieces here, which are Kachidoki arm pieces, and that's because the gimmick of this figure on its own is basically it's supposed to stimulate the transformation from Kachidoki arms to Kiwami arms. And to do that, you're gonna take this piece right here and make sure it's upside down. With okay, actually make sure the arms are straightened out and out of the way. Make sure this piece right here faces down like this. Make sure you hear it snap into place. And you take this top part and push it in there like that. And then take this bottom part onto the bottom like this. And what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to hold it in some position. And you turn this dial right here. And depending on how it's set, basically you turn the dial like this. And the top part comes off and then the bottom piece comes off. So here we go. Here we go. And that went behind my desk. And next is the second one, which kind of works half the time. And then you just remove this piece. And of course, make sure that, and yes, the cape will come off if you go too fast. But yeah. And to be honest, I really don't care for these pieces at all. I mean, I feel like it was unnecessary, but I get what they're trying to do here. So, yeah. And of course, there's another thing that people got some flack. Well, this figure got some flack for is the pretty much the weird silver painted Hinawa the DJ gun, and of course, but it still got the orange paint. But for this one, the only key difference is that the Muso Saber is actually molded into the DJ gun. So basically, you can't split this apart like you normally would. Normally like the one that came with the Kachidoki arms figure, which you can do. So, if you don't like these two accessories that it comes with, and make sure you own the Kachidoki arms, you can give him this and this, if you want to. So, yeah. Now, he does he does retain the arms change gimmick, even though it's not really accurate to the series at all. But basically, what he could do in this form is that he could summon any arms weapon that he desires. Like he could summon the Hinoa Dai Jiju. He could also summon the let's say the okay, here's an example. How about the Daidai Maru or the Himelian Defender? So any arms weapon he can choose. So yeah. Now let's go to the other gimmick that was built into the figure, which is the arm change gimmick, which is pretty much the most inaccurate one out of the bunch. But it's possible to do. You could do orange arms if you wish. I mean, and yes, this is what was shown on the box. So, yeah. Oh, also, now, because of the cape piece, it gets in the way of, if you're going to put, any armor parts on top of him, but you can actually remove it and then just pretend it didn't exist. So, yeah. Now, when it comes to the front armor piece, it's not going to sit exactly flush because of the chest, the way the chest is molded. So, yeah. But, I mean, it looks okay from the front. But if you look at it from the side, it doesn't look, well. I think what they should have said is that certain arms, at least the front armor piece, doesn't sit flush. So, yeah. But hey, you know what? At least it's something you could do. But again, despite being inaccurate, it's to the show. It's something you could do with the toy. So, yeah. So basically, here's Kiwami arms using orange arms. So yeah, so two arms in one. So yeah. So overall, looking past all the flaws some of the flaws that this figure has, it's an okay figure. It's not too bad. I mean, some people didn't like the silver coloring on Gaim, even though he's supposed to look like a silvery. Even though in the show it looks pretty cool and awesome and a lot more detailed. But again, it's not a terrible figure. It's not the worst one. All right? So, yeah. It's pretty cool. You actually get to equip with any arms weapon that he can summon, thanks to the Kiwami Lock Seed. And, yeah. And, of course, the cape doesn't look that great, to be fair. I mean, even though the SH Figure Arts version of this guy does have a better figure, or say a better look, I should say. So yeah, so you can see I displayed all the arms weapons that came with the retail release arms weapons. So yeah. So there you go. And just like that, this concludes. Or I should say, actually, not yet. So if you want to get Kiwami arms, if you want to interact with any of the arms that you own, any armor parts, then go in and get this figure. I mean, he's actually pretty rare these days on Mandarake. So I'm glad that you got a hold of him on Mandarake. And basically, and yes, I won't recommend eBay. Okay? Don't use eBay, all right? So, yeah. And just like that, this concludes all 13 of the retail release figures, aside from 2 optional ones. And what are those 2 optional ones? Those 2 ones are actually optional pieces. The first one is called the ACEX Legend Rider Arm Set and the ACSP Kamen Guide Drive Arms. Now, those 2 are optional, and I'm not going to get those 2, okay? I'm only going to focus on the figures that debuted in the TV series proper, okay? Actually, that's the same thing I'll do when it comes to the Premium Bandai exclusives. And yes, stay tuned for Premium Bandai exclusives. And speaking of which, I am not going to be getting every single Premium Bandai figure in existence from the Arms Change line, okay? I'm only going to focus on the figures that debuted in just the TV series, not any movie. Well, actually, there's actually 2 figures in the PV line that debuted in the summer movie. Yeah, there's only 2 riders. So yeah. Because some of the Premium Bandai exclusive figures are recolors. Like in this case, the first one was Kamen Bujin Gaim Blood Orange Arms. That was just a repaint of orange arms, just basically an orange being basically a different kind of orange. So yeah, I'll pass him. So yeah. So yeah, stay tuned for more Kamen Gaim Orange Change figures. And yeah. So next time, I'm going to take a look at the deluxe Primitive Dragon One-Ray book from Conrad Saber. So thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon next to it. If you want to follow my Twitter and like my Facebook page, links are down below in the description. So, I'll catch you next time.